from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona Cardinals taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 23 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the route.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now we get a look at Jalen Hurts, the surprise 2nd-round pick back in April, as he gets set to operate this Philadelphia Eagles offense.
I know Eagles fans weren't exactly thrilled with the selection of Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round, but they needed a big-time backup if they want to go deep in the playoffs. And he was 38-4 as a starter in college at both Alabama and Oklahoma, and was the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy last year. 43 career rushing touchdowns. He can throw it, and he can move.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 14 carries, 115 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Murray now on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Nice job there utilizing his big target and didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders and the Philly offense.
A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Remember, they tried to get him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, Hurts. Caught by the tight end, Hurts. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Murray a give. This is Drake.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, now.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Andy Dalton leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 28-14 was your final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Eagles add on to their lead.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10. At their own 20.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a big 32-yard play on third. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now Drake. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And the lead is down to 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 40, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a pick-6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick-6 going the other way.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to 2. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. As Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run with Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the 1st, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he gets it down to the 32. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Murray, one final try. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Cardinals,
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,